Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was—
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your trip. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his conscience. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will discuss our options. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony.
Well, good luck, everyone! Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and—
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarier's in the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate—
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're—
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes—
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started.
So, did Mr. Dainsleif tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets—
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse in—
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety
You're such a
All right, I'm good to go.
all set over here too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, files. According to Dainsleif, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top-secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this. No more lies. He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets. Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important. Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Neutralized on... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has not been neutralized on... Male, 6. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Poses a threat.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir? It's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. As if, tell me, does someone in your position ever—
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my—
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish.
No fooling a prophet.
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject, and the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hopes. For both our sakes, such words are better left unsaid. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to His Majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling down. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis? Guess I'd better tread carefully.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know Why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets? Over and over again? Or the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark, if you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before—
The Rayhir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. And yet, is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything, no matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten I used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! So many have died already, and they say we're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this? Thelindis! Are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering. I heard you, though. You're talking about what Rerir said. He's just following the King's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and—
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe—
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all. But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never—
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together—
I won't speak in his defense. Nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents—
You call that change?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. You've been a hunter for so long now, You seem to have forgotten that most people don't just go around killing one another.
Leave me alone. Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And pray won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
Doesn't make it open and above board, though. The king just happens to meet you right now. What if someday he doesn't?
That won't happen.
But ever since he fell under the spell of that power, he acted out a handful of abilities. But now,
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up.
you know why the Lord didn't accept the proposal, don't you? Was it because he didn't trust him? Or something
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chance...
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care if you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation with no progress whatsoever. What now? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? But could he really bring him? No. Surely he...
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want... to live.
Yes. I just want to go on living. that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? So these files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Huh. Wait. That's... Thalindis? No. No! No! Why? But you bear no mark. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friend... Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until... No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here. But... what about you?
Me?
If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission.
Good point. In that case...
No, please! I just want to see the outside world.
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thalindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedifalnir. He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. What's his... Tell me then! What will this moment of opportunity look like? And... No answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbing.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like the king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of and it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a subbrain. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a... And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a picture of his psyche. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Robtatir. What brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment. And by Vice President Veit doesn't even try to hide his envy.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such... Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you were...
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little...
It's my brother, Vedafenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedafenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not...
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be had?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You
You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, my blade will force the king to see the error.
So, Vedafenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like... You have noble ambitions, Dane. But I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson... This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding moon marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate... However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant an enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instrument... To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most... This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this. As well as making ourselves... I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful. But as a Moon Marrow researcher, if we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Delindis, did you...
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secrets?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or does.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will...
A red moon? You mean...
That's right. Our moon.
I promise, Delindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. It's light, the color of blood, no matter how long it takes.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart,
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rhindaughter will My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to
Found you. Hello, Mr. Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't in the...
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
I'm curious. What did you prophesy?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Khaenri'ah will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedifalnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the...
Until what?
Just now. I believe...
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go...
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole... There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice, are you? Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side.
We could be. But I need you to be...
You mean your future?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the...
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness. That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That can't... I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek... You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why?
My voice. In your head. So, you hear it too? The voice that's... It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedifalnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life. As if he'd...
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is...
I will hold you to...
Thank you for setting me free. In return,
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time. Monsters? Is this Rheindarter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
Bring it! Can't hide the truth. No more lies. It all adds up.
The Universitas. Allegedly, the king installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows, but if they were ever gonna activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? What other means does the king have at his disposal? And given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger.
No more lies. Bring it! Hear the echoes of the valley!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
It all adds up. Seek within.
Ding dong gutter bomb! Go claw! Oz, reveal thyself!
Letting brave names echo! Bring it! Can't hide the truth.
By royal decree!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Lash attack!
It all adds up.
Oz, reveal thyself! Wings of darkness, come!
The mystery unravels. No more lies. Letting brave names echo!
That's enough!
Mein Fräulein.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Bring it!
Go claw!
Letting brave names echo!
It all adds up. No more lies.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
Look, a rainbow!
No more lies.
Monsters! At the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no! They're coming! It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. But, of course. All the lab equipment was up. I'm done for. Is anyone... Ah! Stay back! Please stay... Rear. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
This? No, don't do it! Cylinders! Cylinders!
I told you, Barrier. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rarian, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our
Rayrear. Rayrear.
Thlindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rayrear? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right now, in a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone... His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is... Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Never! How are you holding up? Feeling okay? She's fine, boss.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarier's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. However, I would not consider Rarier to be a nobody. He was deeply and...
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging...
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate... Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to...
Cool! So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will... Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me...
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd...
Forgive my curiosity, but... What does...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like... Oh...
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides. In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't... There's nothing I dislike more than other people in...
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of—
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say?
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that—
Hallucinated? But—
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns move—
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a—
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used—
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything I can—
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need—
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal trip.
Boss, it's fine.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient?
Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some— I suggest everyone finds— Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical— You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue, just because it isn't—
Don't I have the best employees?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day.
Oh, Lama. Have I ever told you just how— Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking, no matter what we— You have my word that I will get us all out of here. Looks familiar. That's not a good sign. There's someone up ahead. Time for a little chat.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait, is that?
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think—
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change?
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm—
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently?
Get in his good books? Why?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting—
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could—
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of— I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back his
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms...
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. Squeezed, but things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of it, it's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. See?
So, do you get anything?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day.
That's our well, and you know it! You stole from us! Well,
did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or...
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try! We spoke to the academia. They said it was all... You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are tech corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you remember me. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must have gotten lost in the mail. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well. Praise the gods. The well of the Eob tribe was intact. It was my last resort. I drew what water I could. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be... I urgently need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the Academia's decision. This is an emergency. Please...
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sip of...
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer. I promise.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance.
I don't...
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid.
So, where are you from?
Nowhere special. Just a sand...
What about the rest of your family?
Just the one.
It's...
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather...
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just...
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but...
A weak student?
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did,
You see? Sharp as they come. You see things the way they are.
Because of where I come from.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What's the...
I wanted to check if someone sent me a letter to the...
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should have...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would...
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere, and whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place.
Okay, got it. Thank you,
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly,
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for the success.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world... This must be it. A big cardboard box full of unclaimed mail. Let's take a look. A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had to say about... Who was it addressed to? I don't recognize... This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada. Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the bear... In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the... For example, my neighbor who always breaks out in... This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Wait, what's this? The note says... The sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but... This next one is addressed to... A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are not. As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative. But do not forget your roots. You and I were once. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage. Great letter. Shame it didn't get. And the sender is. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand Sage. Whatever. This isn't. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the Wait.
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I don't know how well you remember it now. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. And I therefore see you all. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make... This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particularly... There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. The Eob and Unut are descended from the Thamudians. While we trace our ancestry to Tulatula, we worship the Lord of Flowers. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert. We have next to no resources here in the desert, and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the...
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those things they promised were and you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such You liar. You lied, and who fell for it? Just me, by the... Which makes you... I think I'll take over from here. Let me... I just came to say goodbye.
Never? You...
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with... It's not worth much. Keep it, it's fine.
But never...
All right, that's all from me.
Don't
don't forget me, okay? I mean...
Yeah, I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume...
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share the ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different...
Huh. So, you do know who you're...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million...
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say...
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power?
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia... I hope I am making myself...
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people.
I assure you, Chief. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would...
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation right. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, so let's indulge in a few drinks together.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken... What?
Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well.
I don't...
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not... That well is ours. And...
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an up...
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime...
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my...
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects. So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all. Of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic pursuit. At the same time, there is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be...
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against the desert tribe...
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when we stole that water. And now look at you. You're at each other's throats. Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter.
Say no more.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that well, and the more... You see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed. The monsters who destroyed my home, they're just ordinary, petty human beings. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do what had to be done.
Never. It's okay. All of this...
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a... So, anyway, that's enough of... Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes, if we can find somewhere to sit down.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never want...
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting?
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah. Then I'm guessing it's where you got your power from.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religions.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but since you come from the desert, I would imagine it has something to do with...
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino.
That's boss enough for ya.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know
What about him? Is he a big...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare-bone basics. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take.
I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about... I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the crocodile... Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Never!
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was—
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes...
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you—
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we by using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he caught on and started—
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an...
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why—
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be—
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is— With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King's— Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now—
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not, no matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Nod-Krai. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
This is a question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of ancient The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case—
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of—
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well.
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the moon gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rahier of Solnari. I'm afraid—
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rarir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this, with the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates.
So your theory is that Rarir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss—
I could not agree more.
But it is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan, this raises some interesting questions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting such a thorough investigation.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves—
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... when I think of the man I once knew as Rarir.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but...
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the skies are host—
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to—
That's very thoughtful of you, Lama.
Of course.